Waking up one day to instant wealth or striking it rich in a short period is part of the American dream. It happens more often than you might think. But with great riches comes great responsibility. People become wealthy in various ways, like selling businesses, smart investments, lottery wins, unexpected inheritances, or stock options. In fact, CNBC's 2015 data showed over 10 million households with 1 million or more in assets, and 500,000 new millionaires created in 2014 alone. Now, here's the twist. Getting rich is one thing, but staying rich is a whole different story. Some go from riches to rags due to bad choices or bad luck. The rule is simple. You should only have to get rich once. Who wants to become rich only to lose it all? Nobody, right? So, stay tuned as we reveal 18 essential steps to protect your instant or short-term wealth. And remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and join us for more valuable insights. Your financial success story begins here. Number 1, keep it under wraps. When you suddenly come into a lot of money, it's natural to want to shout it from the rooftops. But hold on a second. Not everyone will be happy for you. Some might even be jealous and want a piece of your newfound wealth. That's why it's often a smart move to keep it a secret. In fact, the only people who really need to know are your accountant, lawyer, and maybe your closest family members, but only if you trust them completely. Accountants and lawyers are legally required to keep your financial information private, so you're in safe hands there. The sad truth is that in today's world, letting everyone know you're rich can be risky. It could make you a target for theft or worse. There are only a handful of places where it's somewhat safe to show off your wealth, like Monaco. But in most other places, including big cities like London, it's better to keep it under wraps. So, in this case, it's wise to keep your wealth a secret for your own safety. Number 2, protect the money and leave it be for a while. After you've used your money to pay off your debts and it's safely in your bank account, don't rush into anything. Take a breather and let the money sit there for a while. This gives you time to wrap your head around the big change in your life and make well-thought-out decisions. It's often suggested to leave the money untouched for about 6 months. During this time, you'll likely notice that your initial plans might shift. You'll avoid making impulsive decisions and buying fancy stuff. Instead, you'll have a chance to think carefully and come up with better, more sensible plans for your newfound wealth. So be patient and give it some time. Number 3, invest in yourself. Learn before you invest. Becoming smart about handling money is super important. Many folks who suddenly come into a lot of cash don't know how to manage it, and it ends up disappearing surprisingly quickly. Yes, it happens even to smart people. You might think, that'll never happen to me, I'm not foolish. But here's the thing, it's a common mistake to believe you're above it. In fact, we know that 80% of lottery winners lose all their money within 5 years. Money can move fast, but if you don't know how to control it, you'll be in trouble. So, if you're not already great at handling money, you should learn how to do it. Otherwise, that small leak of money you might be experiencing will turn into a huge wave that washes you away. Learn how money works before you start making big moves with it. Number 4, pay all your debt first. It's a pretty smart idea to use your money to pay off any debts you have. Here's why. The interest you pay on your debts is usually more than what you'd earn from most investments. So, when you pay off your debt, it's like getting a return on your money at the same interest rate you were paying. Now, when we say pay all your debt, we mean not just loans, but also any bills you owe and any money you borrowed from friends or family. It's a good practice to keep this private. You don't have to tell everyone where the money came from, and in fact, it's often better to just say you have just enough to cover it. Your financial business doesn't need to be everyone else's business. Number 5, hold on to your job for now. While quitting your job and telling your boss goodbye might feel like a dream come true, there are a couple of good reasons why it might not be the best move. First, think about it like this. When you have a job, you're making money. But as soon as you stop working, that money starts to go down. because you're not earning anymore. Second, there's a psychological side to it. Going from being productive and having a daily routine to suddenly having nothing to do can mess with your head. Having a lot of money all at once can completely change your life, and not always in a good way. So, keeping some things in your life the same, even if it seems a bit strange, can help you stay balanced and not let sudden wealth turn your world upside down. Number 6. Be sensible about your new life and how you want to live. Think about the lifestyle you're used to and what kind of lifestyle you'd really like after becoming wealthy. Do you still want to work less, or stop working altogether? Decide what you want to buy and be practical about it. This all connects to making a budget, something people keep telling you about. Here's something interesting. You can spend millions of dollars in just a few hours or days. It's super important to resist the urge to rush out and buy all the things you thought you wanted but can actually live without. Fancy houses, luxury cars, planes, yachts, expensive jewelry, and other cool stuff can add up really fast. The problem is, many of these things come with extra costs like maintenance, taxes, insurance, and often you need a whole team to take care of them. Buying a few nice things won't hurt you, but going on endless shopping sprees could even make billionaires go broke these days. So don't give in to the temptation of living super extravagantly right away. Number 7. To donate or not to donate. When you want to be charitable and donate money, it's important to understand that most organizations like churches, charities, and foundations rely on money from people like you to keep running. But before you start giving away large amounts of money, it's smart to talk to your financial and tax advisors. Why? Because if you don't handle your donations properly, it could create financial issues for you or the organization you're giving to. Not all gifts are completely free. Some very wealthy people have pledged to donate most of their money, but often this happens after they've passed away. For example, Warren Buffett and others have done this, but they're not giving away everything and leaving themselves with nothing. It's also important to remember that you or your loved ones might need that money for emergencies in the future. Imagine not being able to help yourself or your family because you've given it all away. So, be thoughtful and get advice before making big donations. Number 8. Do not switch financial advisors. When you've come into a significant inheritance, it's a smart move to consider using the same financial advisor who is responsible for managing the money on behalf of the person who left it to you. There's a straightforward reason for this. The fact that you received this inheritance suggests that the money was managed well under the guidance of that financial advisor. So, sticking with the same advisor is a wise choice because they've proven their ability to handle the money effectively, which is why it was passed down to you securely. It's a way to maintain the expertise and financial strategy that has already been successful in growing and preserving your wealth. Number 9. Get comfortable, but not rich. Comfortable. Living a fancy life with luxury things like a big fancy house seems great, right? But there's a hidden problem. When you have these expensive items, you also get extra bills. You might not realize how much more it costs to keep up with it all. These extra costs, like property taxes and maintenance, can suddenly make your monthly bills shoot way up. Even if you plan for it, you'll likely be shocked by how fast your expenses grow. So here's the deal. Your lifestyle should match the money you have coming in. If it doesn't, you'll actually be getting poorer because your fancy stuff will eat up your wealth faster than you can imagine. So, be careful not to spend more than you earn. Number 10. Being careful about friends, family, and acquaintances. Once people find out you're rich, they might start asking you for money. Your friends might come to you with their not-so-great business ideas, hoping that you'll invest in them because you're friends. They might even use emotions to make you feel bad for not helping them. But here's the important part. Your money is yours, not theirs. Most of the time, if you lend money to friends for their business ideas, you might not get it back, and it can be a big shock if their idea doesn't work out. Think about it. If they've struggled with money before, is your money really going to fix everything for them? Probably not. So, Be careful and don't let your wealth be used by others unless you're really sure about it. Number 11, do not start a business immediately. This is a common mistake that people make. Some believe that if a business is struggling, all it needs to succeed is a big pile of money. But that's not really true. If their business was strong and healthy in the first place, it would already be making money, and they wouldn't need extra cash. Giving money to a struggling business is a bit like trying to fill a bucket that has holes in it. No matter how much water or money you pour in, it just keeps leaking out. So, adding more money doesn't really fix the underlying problems. In fact, the more money you put in, the faster it disappears. So, it's not a great idea to use your money to rescue untested or flawed business ideas. Number 12. Remember that decency and laws still matter in the world. People often don't like being told to follow rules and be good because it can feel like a nag. You might have heard that rich folks can sometimes get away with breaking the rules. While that may be true sometimes, it's not a wise way to go about life. If you ignore the rules, you risk losing your friends, having your family be really disappointed in you, or even getting into trouble with the law. Money might help you deal with some of these problems, but all those fancy stories from movies about rich people being social outcasts or running from the police are just made-up tales. In reality, it's much better to stay on the right side of the law and keep good relationships with the people you care about. It's not worth the trouble. Number 13. Prepare for change. Having lots of money might seem like the solution to all your troubles, but it's not that simple. When you're really wealthy, you can actually attract new problems. Things like lawsuits, people trying to scam you, or even friends and family emotionally pressuring you for money can become issues. Money can definitely help with some problems, but it doesn't make all your problems disappear. In fact, it can bring about new, often more complicated challenges that you might not have expected. So, remember, while money can be a solution, it's not a magical fix for everything. Number 14. Focus on getting healthier. It's crucial to prioritize your health when you have money. Start by getting a comprehensive medical checkup to understand your current health status. Make a commitment to take excellent care of yourself because it's essential for enjoying your wealth to the fullest. Investing in your health is a wise use of your money. Good health is incredibly valuable, and once it's gone, money can't always bring it back. Regular checkups and a healthy lifestyle can help you stay fit and live a long, happy life, allowing you to make the most of your wealth. So don't underestimate the importance of taking care of your well-being. Number 15. The 5% rule. To make your money last, you need to invest it, not just spend it. Aim to earn a 5% return on your investments and then spend only that 5%, leaving your initial amount untouched. Think of your money like a money tree. You don't want to chop the tree down, but instead, you want to take care of it and keep it healthy so it can produce fruit year after year. In this case, the fruit is the money you can spend. If you have, say, $5 million and invest it to earn a 5% return, you'll have $250,000 every year for the rest of your life. So, protect your money tree and enjoy the fruit it bears. Number 16. Protect your kids from the money. Here's a clever move that wealthy people often make. They set up trusts to give their kids an allowance without letting the main chunk of money be spent. This does two important things. First, it keeps their children's lives from suddenly changing too much. They still get some money regularly, but it doesn't make their world go crazy. Second, it safeguards the money for the future, making sure it'll be there for a long time. So, by creating these trusts, they balance taking care of their kids' needs today and securing the family's financial future. Number 17. Do not cheat on your partner. When you find yourself with a lot of money, you might encounter new temptations and opportunities. However, there are also significant risks, especially in personal relationships. One notable risk involves divorce. In the event of a divorce, you might be required to divide your wealth, often having to give away half of it. On top of that, you could be responsible for child support payments, which can be substantial. The emotional toll of divorce can also be quite challenging. So, while wealth can open doors to new opportunities, It can also introduce risks, particularly in your personal life. It's important to be mindful of these potential challenges and take steps to protect your financial and emotional well-being. Number 18. Play it safe. Being smart with your money means avoiding risky or questionable investments. Instead, opt for safe and reliable choices. This way, you can ensure long-term financial security for your entire family. If you're looking for more in-depth advice on how to handle your newfound wealth, I highly recommend a book by Robert Pagliarini titled The Sudden Wealth Solution. This book is often referred to as the Bible of Sudden Wealth because it offers valuable guidance on how to manage your newfound riches wisely. It can provide you with a roadmap for making the most of your wealth and securing your financial future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload and you can enjoy the excellent content I send your way.